Hello, and thank you for joining me for another yoga sequence. Today's sequence is all about releasing emotion. The holidays are here, time for gatherings of big groups of people, all with differing ideas and differing emotions, and it can be very overwhelming and it can even be draining. A lot of times when we get together, a lot of other people's emotions can sort of rub off on us, or we pull in a lot of extra energy from other people and we get overwhelmed and we get overstimulated in our minds and everything like that. And afterwards, we feel exhausted, drained, depleted, like you have been carrying this 100-pound backpack along with you during this visit. And of course, it's fun to get together and be with family, and it's nourishing for the soul, and it's nourishing for the mind, and if you're eating some great food, it's nourishing for the body. But afterwards, we just need to implement some practices to help release all of that stuff that we put on, or we will remain carrying that 100-pound backpack on our back. So, as soon as you get a chance, after you've napped off your turkey on Thanksgiving, or indulged in your gifts on Christmas, or celebrated together and had all of that time and soaked in each other, use this as a sequence to release those emotions, release all that extra energy, and really recenter back into yourself. We're going to be twisting to wring out what we've put on. Could be literally food, could be alcohol, could be the spiritual and emotional baggage we've pulled in. We're going to be doing a little bit of core engagement to burn through and really just purify the spirit and the mind to help bring us back to our center. All right? So for this class, you can use some blocks if you'd like to help soften into these opening and releasing poses. Anything that helps lift the floor to you. So if you don't have blocks, a book, doing it next to some chairs or near a couch so you can have the hands on something a little bit higher up than the ground if you need it. If you don't have any of those props, you can still do everything in this sequence without it. So, unroll your mat, get into something comfortable, light your candles, burn your Palo Santo, get all your crystals and all your other supplies and tools, and we will meet right back here on the mat. Alrighty, we've got our props, we've got our whole setup here. Let's get started. We're going to meet in my favorite starting position, child's pose. So making your way down onto your mat. Knees are opening nice and wide to the width of the mat, wider. If they need to be slightly more together, that's fine. We're sitting those hips back to the heels. We're taking the hands down and we're reaching forward as we melt the heart towards the floor. Allowing the tailbone to slightly tuck and reach towards the heels. Breathing deeply here. Start to connect into your breath. Start to watch the breath as it flows in through the nose, filling the body. And continue to see the breath as it empties from the body, flowing back out the nose. See it here. Visualize it. We're releasing, so we're softening the heart to the floor. We're melting the arms into the floor, the face, the knees, the shins, the hips, all melting and releasing. As you inhale through the nose, filling the body like a balloon, pull in fresh, pure, white, light energy. And as you exhale, see the gray, ashy color of everything you're burning away, everything that you may have taken upon you, even the things you didn't realize you absorbed from others. Let it out in a puff of smoke looking like air. See it here, visualize it deeply. Even if you don't actually see it, just keep trying and breathing. A couple more breaths here. If you know what it is you've taken upon you and you need to release, state it here. Name it and claim it and blow it out in a puff of smoke. People's thoughts, people's opinions, their expectations, maybe even the words that they've used that hit you deep. Just the overall energy and emotion from people, especially during times that can be stressful. Breathe it out. Find your way back home to your center, to your light, to your thoughts and opinions and your beliefs for yourself and your own life. One more breath here. Pushing up onto the hands and knees, stacking the shoulders over the wrists. Fingers are nice and wide. Hips are also stacked over the knees. Finding a good sturdy tabletop position here as the fingers widen. Let's cat-cow. Inhale, belly drops. Tailbone lifts, shoulders back, heart forward, chin up. Exhale, round, hollow the belly, push the floor away, shrug the shoulders, tuck the chin and the tailbone. Keep going, cat-cow. Inhale, open, pull in the pure energy, the pure healing light. Exhale, burn away, blow that smoke of everything you've taken upon you and let it out. Good. Inhale through. Exhale, release and round. Two more, nice and slow. Let's speed it up. In and out through the nose. Quick inhale and exhale like you're crunching into the stomach. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back to our neutral tabletop. Inhale, sweep the right fingertips open. Push the floor away with the left hand. Reach the right hand under the left arm. Tap the left shoulder. Look over to the side. Inhale, sweep open. Thread the needle, crunches. Exhale, thread it through. Tap the shoulder. Inhale, open. Exhale, thread and tap. 2 more. Keep pushing the floor away. Keep the ribs and the belly button pushing back. Inhale. Exhale, tap. Inhale, open. This time we slide that right hand across the floor. Drop the shoulder, drop the ear. That left hand can stay close to the face or walk it up to the top of the mat. We're melting. We're pulling the belly button back. We're pressing the heart to the spine. We are twisting and releasing here. Square the hips to the back. Keep breathing in the pure white light. Keep breathing out the smoke of what you're burning away. Last breath here. Good. If that left arm is extended, bring it back to the face. Inhale, float it open one last time. Right hand comes down. Same thing on the other side. Thread the needle crunches. Inhale, twist open with the left. Exhale, right hand comes through, left hand comes through, tap the right shoulder. Inhale, left fingers lift. Exhale, thread and tap. Inhale. Exhale, thread and tap. 2 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, thread and tap. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, thread and tap. Now we open. And as we exhale, the left hand slides across. The shoulder and the ear come down. And the right hand reaches tall. Squaring the hips to the back. Twisting here. Inhale, pure energy, pure life force, pure prana. Exhale, in a cloud of smoke, everything you're burning away, everything you've taken on you, burn it out, release. Release the emotional and spiritual and mental baggage. Last breath here. Good. Right hand slides to the face. Push the floor away. Inhale, float open. Exhale, take that hand down. Good. Let's take those knees nice and wide. Toes touching on the back. We sit back, child's pose. From here, we inhale, snake it through. Push the floor away, drop the hips, lift the toes. Shoulders back, hanging cobra. Exhale, take it back, child's pose. From your child's pose, all you do is lift the head, lift the chest, lift the spine. Knees stay wide, toes stay touching, drop the hips, shoulders back. And exhale, take it back. 3 more. Inhale, flow it through. Open. Pull the pure white energy in. Exhale, release. Blow it out. Inhale, floating through. Open, release. Exhale, take it back, soften, let it go. Last one, inhale. Exhale, take it back, child's pose. Good, breathing here. Just breathing here. Softening down into the floor. Noticing the connection to the breath. Noticing the purifying taking place inside your body and mind at this moment. You may be noticing the effects of releasing. You may be noticing things coming up that are asking to be released, that need to be released. And if that happens, name it, claim it, and let it go. Thank you. You are no longer needed. Last 2 breaths here. Even if all you're clearing away is the energetic protection or barriers or boundaries you set up so that you didn't take on anything from anyone else. Now clear that protective bubble away. Last breath. Perfect job. Let's push up. Tabletop position. Let's move through 3 vinyasas to build some heat. Stepping back, plank pose. Lift the knees, push the heels back, push the floor away. From here, either dropping back onto the knees or pushing forward on the toes. Elbows hug straight back, we lower. Inhale, lift. Upward facing dog, shoulders back, heart forward. Maybe you lift the knees. Exhale, hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Now that you know what to do, let's go a little faster. Inhale, shimmy, forward plank. Exhale, lower, maybe on the knees, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. One more time, build some heat, belly button back. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog. Push the floor away. Exhale, down dog. Hips up and back. Beautiful. Perfect. Breathing here. From here, inhale the right toes up. Exhale, we bring the right knee to the right elbow and we drop the foot outside the hands. We lower the back knee. Maybe you bring your blocks. Hands are inside the foot. Toes pointed away, heel points towards you. Knee is stacked over the ankle. Maybe you bring the blocks between the hands so you can soften into it. Maybe you don't use the blocks and you come all the way down onto the forearms. If that flexibility is there, we're squaring the hips down to the floor. We're pulling the heart through, and you are finding where is comfortable for you to release. We're opening in that hip. We're opening the heart. We're opening the mind. We're softening and we're releasing. Inhaling that pure white light energy. Exhaling in a cloud of smoke, everything we're burning away and releasing. A few more breaths here. You've got it. Breathe. Find what's comfortable. Soften as soft as you can. Two more. You've got it. Stick with it. Stay present in your body. The yoga doesn't do all the work. It just aids us. You have to be present in the work. Good. From here, keeping everything just like it is, all we're going to do is walk the right foot over to the left wrist and drop the right knee down, coming into pigeon pose. If you have a block and you want to take it under that right hip to help support a little bit as you soften, please go ahead and do so. The shin does not need to be parallel to the top of the mat. If you need to hug that foot into the body, do it. Gently flex the toes just to protect that knee. Try and square the hips down. Reaching this right sitting bone, that right tush back. We're not hugging it up, we're reaching it back. Feel the stretch, feel the opening in the hips. If you're still up here on your hands, because that's where your flexibility is, you stay right here. Maybe you're even bringing those blocks in because you need to stay higher. Do it. Absolutely, you do it. This is your practice. This is your journey. What do you need in this moment? Doesn't matter what you did yesterday. If you did this sequence or this pose, what do you need in this moment to feel like you can focus and release? Because we are focusing on the breath. We are focusing on naming and claiming those things. We are letting go. That baggage we've taken on. the imprints that society, as much as they love us, our family, puts on us, intentionally or not. It happens. People have expectations. They have visions for a life that's not even theirs. And they will tell you. And that's okay. Don't attach to it. This is what we're doing here. We are releasing it. We are saying, hey, thank you for the advice. Thank you for the feelings. Thank you for the thoughts. I let go what doesn't serve me. You reconnect to what it is you want and release every other bit of external stimulation and influence. And for that, we have to stay focused. Stay focused on pulling into our light, recharging it from the universe, and burning away everything else. Last breath here. This has been a long pigeon pose. Good. Pushing up. Lift the left knee. Slide that right leg back. And we all push up and back. Downward facing dog. Pedal those feet. Stretch it out for just a moment. Good. Take the knees down to the width of the mat. Touch the toes and sit back. Child's pose. Releasing here. Releasing here. Feel it. Notice the difference from one side being open to the other. Notice the work you are doing, the space you are creating, the things you are releasing. Last breath here. And now we push back up into tabletop position. Let's do it all again on the other side, starting with our 3 vinyasas. Lift it up, plank pose, push the floor away, hug the belly button back. Same options, onto the knees or hinge forward on the toes, elbows back, exhale, inhale, lift. Upward facing dog. Keep the knees down if you need to. Push the floor away, shoulders back. Exhale, hips go up and back. Downward facing dog. 2 more. Inhale, shimmy to plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Last one. Inhale, take it to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. The left toes now come up as we inhale. Exhale, the left knee comes to the left elbow, and we drop that foot outside the hands. We drop the right knee as well. Perfect. Same options. Use your blocks if you need to. Bring that floor up to you. The left toes are pointing away. The heel is pointing towards you. We have an angle with that foot. If you don't want to use the blocks, don't do it. If you want to, come deeper into the pose by lowering down onto the forearms. Wherever you are at, we are opening. We're squaring the hips to the floor. We're creating some space. We are releasing. Big, deep breaths. Open the hip. Open the heart. Open the mind. Let it go so you can return home. Breathing here, that pure white light pulling in, purifying, taking up the space, pushing everything out, exhaling in a cloud of smoke what you are burning away. As much as you love your family and your friends, you don't have to take their thoughts and emotions on you. Holding space doesn't mean creating more baggage. Breathe it out. You've got it. Keep breathing. Keep softening. Find your way into your position. Two more breaths. Good. From here, left foot shimmies over to the right wrist. That knee drops. If you need to hug that foot in, do it. A slight flex of the toes. Square the hips down. Maybe you stay up. Maybe you bring the blocks to be even more up. Or maybe you lower down. You can always take a block or a pillow underneath that left thigh for more support. What do you need in this moment? Push that left sitting bone, that left booty back. Breathe in pure white, restoring light. Breathe out the things that we take on from others when we are in big group settings. Even if you don't know it, chances are something someone said is lingering with you. Somehow you may have compared yourself to someone, and that is lingering with you. Somehow you may have said something that you're still thinking about. Let it go. Let it go. Come back home to yourself by releasing the emotional and spiritual baggage that we can take on from others. If you are an empath, you know exactly what we are talking about. And this will be a sequence you use to return back home very frequently. This isn't only for family gatherings, it's just perfect timing around the holidays. Last breath here. Super long opening, releasing. Pigeon pose here. shoulders. We lift the right knee. We slide the left foot back. We push up into downward facing dog. Take a moment, pedal the feet, wiggle the hips, ground back into the body. And now drop to the knees. Take them out to the width of the mat, touching the toes, sitting the hips back, melt, child's pose, balasana, breathing here. Come back home. Keep breathing. We're still in child's pose. We're still releasing. We're still pulling in pure white light. And we're breathing out the smoke of what we're burning away. Walking the hands back towards the face. We swing the feet around, coming into a seated position. Sukhasana, easy seat. Crisscross applesauce, Indian style. Whatever it is you call it, just find a seated position on the floor. Root the sitting bones, pull the belly button in, lift through the spine. Inhale, sweep out, around and up. Exhale, left hand to right knee, right hand touches the floor. We push into the left hand. We shift the heart over to the right, trying to pull that right shoulder back. Lift through the heart. Soften through the shoulders. Breathing here. Maybe you even gaze over that back shoulder. Breathing white light in. Breathing ash and smoke out. Good. Inhale back to center. Sweep it up. Exhale, right hand to left knee, left hand behind, same thing, shoulders soft, spine lifts, push into that knee, shift the heart over, maybe even gaze back. Breathing deeply. Inhale, sweep back to center. And we bring the hands down. Right hand next to that right hip. Inhale, lift the left arm. Exhale, bend that right elbow. Reach the left fingers over. We're lifting through the left side body, but we're keeping the heart open to the ceiling. As you reach across to touch the other side of the room. Opening here. Let it all out. Good. Inhale up to center. Sweep it up. Exhale, left hand down to the left hip. Reach those right fingertips over. Heart rolls open. Lift through the right fingertips, lift through the right ribs. Try and touch the room with the other hand. feet to the mat. We're shifting the hips to the heels, and we're lowering down onto the back. Bring the knees into the chest. Maybe rock from side to side, massaging the low back. From here, we drop the left sole of the foot. Take the right toes up to the ceiling. Hand comes behind the right knee. We gently guide the right knee into the chest. Then we take that right ankle over the left knee. Let the ankle and the foot hang off as you pull the toes back to protect the knee. This is our reclined pigeon pose. You can take that right hand and push that right knee away. And maybe this is where you stop. Maybe this is all you need today. Or maybe you lift the left foot off the mat and snake the hands through the figure four to the back of the knee, or maybe on to the shin. Breathing here. Melt the tailbone down to the floor. The low back is touching the floor completely. We're not curling up, tucking the tailbone in and lifting the low back. We're reaching the right knee away as we hug the left knee in. Inhaling pure white light. Exhaling ash, smoke, toxicity, all of those things that we have pulled in, comparing, doubt, expectations, external influences. Let it go. Burn it away. Last breath here. Soften the head and neck back down. Good. Let's drop the left foot. Figure four stays where it is. Right toes now reach up. Wiggle the leg, wiggle the hip, wiggle the ankle. Good. Right sole of the foot comes down. Left toes reach up. Gently grabbing behind the knee, we pull the knee into the chest, and we gently guide that left ankle over the right knee. That ankle hangs off the knee, flexing the toes. Maybe you stay right here and you push the knee away. And maybe this is all you need right now. Or maybe you lift those right toes, keeping the figure four. You grab through that left knee, behind the right knee, or maybe on that right shin. Soften the head and neck back down. Breathing here. Left knee energizing away. Big deep breaths. Softening, releasing, opening. Keep breathing. Last breath here. Good. Soften the right knee back down. The right foot, left leg straightens. Wiggle the ankle, wiggle the hip, wiggle the leg. Bring both knees into the chest. Gently rock from side to side. From here, you can stretch the legs out to the width of the mat or wider for Shavasana, as we do a restoring light energy visualization. Or if you'd like to come up into a seated position and do as a seated meditation, you are welcome to do that as well. Whatever you need in this moment. If you're in our traditional Shavasana, legs are extended to the width of the mat or wider. Arms are resting down at the side. Wiggle the hips to nestle that low back down. And close the eyes. If you're coming up into a seated position, hug the feet into the body. Let the knees fall wide. Try and get the hips a little bit higher than the knees. Press the sitting bones down into the floor, lift through the crown, and also close the eyes. As you exhale, it returns back home at your helping you not only release, but restore. Start to bring your awareness back into the room around you. Start to wiggle the toes and the fingers, and allowing movement to come to the ankles and the wrists, the arms and the legs. And when you're ready, point the toes down to the floor. Reach those arms long overhead. How long can you make your body? Then hug those knees into the chest and allow yourself to rock onto your side, whichever side. Arm resting underneath the head as a pillow. Observe the person stepping off the mat right now. Acknowledge the work you just did. Acknowledge the work that there is still to be done. And sit in this space in between for one moment longer. And now with the eyes still closed, gently press up into a seated position. If you are still in a seated position, you're just resting with the spine tall. And now we all will close this practice together. Inhale, sweep the arms out and around, bringing the palms together to touch. Exhale, slide those thumbs down into the heart space and drop that chin into the chest. The light inside of me sees and honors the light glowing with pure magic inside of you. Thank you so much for allowing me to lead you through this practice and joining me on this magical journey through life. Namaste. Thank you all so very much. I hope you feel released. I hope you feel lighter from any baggage you took on yourself or baggage you may have imposed on yourself. Maybe you just cleared that little protective shield you placed around yourself. Whatever it is you were looking to release today, I hope you feel lighter. I hope your light shines brighter. And I hope you know you are straight up magic. See you next time.